everyone, so it is day 26 of my study abroad adventure and my first day of actual classes. This is my college, McDaniel College, that I am spending the rest of the semester at. So I'm just showing you some pictures of what the school is like and so you could see through my eyes what I see every day. It's not spectacular by any means. It was also a dreary day, so lots of rain. Yeah, nothing spectacular. Very small because it's kind of like a certain branch of this college. Very small building of just international studies things. So this is what I spend every day now. And today I had 2 classes. One was my abstract algebra class, which is the math class I need to take that I need to graduate and I need to pass. Now here is the 2 people that founded it. On the left, this is the Hungarian man who founds the college, like the president, and then here on the right is George Bush Sr., who I guess must have instigated this. And then this room is home. This is Ashley, and then Nick's behind her. This is home for the education students, because all our classes are in this room. And then at a welcome party we have some really good snacks. So yeah, just a couple pictures to show you what I'm going to be seeing every day this semester, but it was really a relaxed day being first day. Like I was saying, I had 2 classes. Intro to Abstract Algebra was first, and it was good in like a lot of the words he was saying was like, yeah, I learned that at some point, I know what you're talking about, but towards the end he was asking questions and it's like, yep, I already don't know. But that's okay, it's gonna be fine. There are some people in the class so I can maybe study with, and I think the way he talks, we're mostly doing group theory and then ring theory. Like group theory is 2/3 and then ring theory is 1/3 of the semester. And the fact that like just that, I probably can find the information I need to know on Wolfram Alpha and other math websites for assistance, because he definitely speaks good English and very, very knowledgeable about what he's teaching us, but he's very monotone. Like just straightforward, here's the information, and not like in a bored way. It's not like he's like, oh, why am I teaching this? It's just in a like, yep, this is this, and this is this, and this is this, and this is this, and it's like, I need some intuition of like what's really important and what's not, because sometimes he talked about other things, but he'd tell us, oh, you don't need to write this down, this isn't part of the lecture, but like, even that was like the same level as everything else, so it's like, I don't know what's important or not, but I'll need to reread my notes and refresh myself on some notation. He would say it and then it's like, yeah, I remember that, but make sure it's more secondhand for me. And I don't need a textbook for it. It's all going to be lecture based, and the homework, we have about 10 homework assignments this semester is how I understand it. It says 10 sets of problems, so. And I don't have homework today or this week at all. I'll have homework next week because we're actually getting into the group theory. Today was kind of notation and overview, and then Thursday we're going over the prerequisite information that you should already know. Which there's only one which he's going to hit hard on Thursday that I'm like, I'm not 100% sure if I went over that. I might have. But like, a lot of it's linear algebra stuff, which I did freshman year. And some of it was set theory, which I think we talked about in discrete math, but I'm not sure how in depth we got in discrete math. But a lot of it's just notation and knowing simple things that like I should know being a senior in college. Might need to refresh myself. I'm a little like, he kept talking, I was like, dang it, I wish I had my linear algebra book or my discrete notes. Like, I own both my linear algebra and discrete book. They're one of the 2 math books I own, and it's like, they're in America. They're not helpful. But, okay, the really exciting thing that makes me happy about this class. So, 40% of my grade is the homework, 30% is the midterm, 30% is the final. Which I think we do the final the same time as the class. So I will have this final first, which makes me feel way better to know that I will get my math final done first and out of the way. And at the orientation, she said something about finals for education. I don't quite know. I need to repeat it, but that's not till December, so I'm not going to stress about finals now. But I'm happy to know that that will then be my first final, and so I can study hard the weekend before for that and make sure I pass that, because that's the one class I need a passing grade in, or C or better, to graduate, so good. I'm very happy with my schedule. So then the grading scale though, this is what makes me super excited and happy. 85 and above is a A, 70 to 84 is a B, 55 to 69 is a C, and then I don't know what D and F are, with maybe some plus 2 or 3% for plus A plus, B minus things. So I mean, essentially, if I get a 59% or better in the class, I will pass and graduate. 59% is all I need to get, which is ridiculous. I'm used to having to get at least 70 if they don't do a C minus, probably a 74 to like pass it. And I can get a 59 right now, and I will pass my class and graduate. Because on your transcript, all they put is your letter grade. They don't care what the percent was. So that makes me feel much better, because this class, like I said, he's really monotone. I'm kind of out of practice for this type of subject, and my professor, my home professor, when I asked him about it, because he's the one who used to say, yeah, you met the criteria of this math class and you can get your teacher's license. So when I told him, I gave him the description of the class, he's like, yeah, you're going to cover all the topics, and then some. You're pretty much taking a graduate level class, an intro to graduate level class, and it's like, yay. I struggle at undergraduate level classes. I don't know if I really want a graduate level class, but this was the deal, was I had to then take this class here if I wanted to do this, so. He seems very helpful. He said something about office hours. I don't know when they are, but I'll probably take advantage of that. And hopefully if some of these other kids stick around, they're very, very smart. The BSM kids are very, very smart. I am impressed by them daily, and I want to get like their input about math and like record it. Like the one guy said before the vlogs, he made a vlog about how I math, and it's so accurate. Even though he's super smart and thinks like he's struggling, and even though he's struggling at a higher level than most people realize, his struggles are very similar to anyone else who struggles with math and they don't get it, but he's still pushing forward. I mean, that's the point. So I mean, that video and things, it's like, that's what I need to then use as influence for students. Like, these people are good networking to tell you what math can do beyond teaching, because I haven't really researched what I can do with math beyond teaching, because I am not interested in that. So yeah, they're following people. To get into the BSM program, you have to have a 3.7 GPA. I mean, that alone tells you something, that these kids all have 3.7 GPAs back when they go to school. Education, we didn't have that. There's not enough of us for them to be putting requirements on it. Like, I don't know if I said this before, this is the 3rd semester they've done this Budapest semesters of math education. Last fall was the first one, and they had 5 kids, and last spring they maybe had 8. And someone was saying today that they had 1 female last fall and 1 male last spring. So this year we actually have 5 and 5, 5 female, 5 male. So it's really interesting, so evenly distributed, and that's going to be really good for the program, and hopefully it will continue to grow, because the Budapest Semester of Mathematics has been going on since like the 1980s. It's, well, maybe the 1990s. Maybe it started after communism. I'm not sure, but it's been around, and that's why, like, even though my program's new, it's in conjunction with something that's been around, and why they know how to get me my visa, they know how to get me an apartment, all those things. Like, that's not the hard part. The hard part is establishing this program so it can get large enough to where they would put criteria of you have to have a certain GPA and things on it. Right now, it's a pretty easy game. So, and it's also why I only have 4 classes offered to me, while the BSM students have like 23. It's just part of what happens, which is fine. I am full loaded. I'm happy to be with the kids I'm with. The BSME kids seem fantastic. I'm excited that we're all together in a program. I think we're going to get along great. It's very good. So then my abstract algebra class starts at 10:15, goes till 11. I get a 15-minute break till 11:15 till 12. And then my essentially teaching with games and manipulatives class starts at 12:15. So I have a 15-minute lunch, which this is about every day. So this is the struggle for me this semester, is realizing that I have short time for lunch, when normally I eat a lot at lunch and less at breakfast and dinner, if no breakfast. So I'm going to actually have to eat breakfast and little for lunch, But it's okay, which actually after I do this I'm going to run to Spar and get myself sandwich and apples probably for lunch. I was going to go to Grand Market, but it was closed by the time I got done today, so maybe I'll go in the morning because I don't have to be back until 10 again. So, anyway, so then I got to class and everyone but one education student was taking it, and she had a math class that was required that she was the same time. I am so lucky that my math class did not conflict with the education classes. Like, I am so lucky. But she begged her professor to give her a different class so that she could come. So I think she actually is going to come on Wednesday, and she'll be a part of it. So all 10 of us will be in it, maybe. Some of them are thinking about not taking it because you have to take 3, and this was kind of the choice one. So they can get Mondays off because that's the only class they have. If they don't have a math class, Monday would be free. But the teacher didn't know that we had class today. It was miscommunicated. She thought we had a free day. So we were all there, and we finally went and got the student director lady, and she tried to call, and we weren't able to get a hold of. So, I mean, after an hour just hanging out talking, which was fine, totally fine, we just left. So I didn't really have class today, which is fine. I ended up going to Office Depot after that to get school supplies, and then hanging out till my welcome party, which that food you saw was from the welcome party, where we did some introduction with the professors and each other, and then we had our academic orientation of just explaining things and like things like that. And then I came back and have been hanging out. Like I said, I was gonna go to Great Market, but that fell through when I realized what time I got back. So I need to go to Spar and get sandwich stuff for the next few days. And tomorrow I have the Poisson method class at 10 and then problem solving at 12. Problem solving is the class I'm most excited about. It's I think the most useful to me of what I will be able to implement and what I want to make a difference in America teaching for. So I'm very, very excited for that class. And then I will normally have salsa then at night, but not tomorrow. That doesn't start till the next week. Yeah. And then Wednesday I hope to go to I think I'm going to go to the practicum meeting. So there's 2 practicum classes. In my practicum, we go to schools and then we chit-chat about what we see in the schools. I'm going to go on Wednesday, and then after that I'll have the concepts of games. But if it's super full, I might do the Friday group one. I'm struggling because I don't have anything on Friday if I do this on Wednesday, and that gives me a 3-day weekend every week. But I don't know. I also feel like we need to be evenly distributed, and I know a lot of us are thinking that because it is the only thing for us. And the Wednesday or Friday is when you go to the schools, and then Thursday there's the non-optional that we all meet up together and we chit-chat about things. And see, and I also like the idea of going to the schools and then the next day talking about it instead of talking about it and then going to the schools. So I don't know. But we'll see how Wednesday goes. Then you have the games, and that's it for Wednesday. Thursday is my extremely long day. Don't ever expect a vlog on Thursday. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to put that out there. Because 8 o'clock I have my intro to abstract algebra. 10 o'clock is the practicum chit-chat session. 12 o'clock is Poisson method. 2 o'clock is the problem solving. And at 4 o'clock sometimes there will be workshops. Yeah. I will be in class from 8 to 4 o'clock every Thursday. So that's also why it's like, would be nice if Thursday's free, but Wednesday I'd just have my easy class, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely update you when I can. Like I said, this is going to be more of my vlogs now, is a lot of just talking about what I've learned and seen and done. Maybe I'll have some street pictures or videos or something, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope to still be a little bit adventurous, but I need to slow down a little bit here for a little while at least. This next weekend I am not doing anything. I'm staying in. Maybe I'll take a walk around Budapest and do something in Budapest, which actually Friday night there's something that I might do with Elena, but I'm not going out of Budapest, and I'm not going like probably far sides of Budapest. Like I'm going to stay here, maybe watch a movie, or just hit homework hard, hit senior seminar hard, something. So, I'm very happy to be here. This is a fantastic opportunity. I am going to learn great stuff. Everyone's so nice, and I am doing well. I'm doing very well. So, as always, thanks for staying tuned to my adventure.